Today's video is not going to be about cryptids or conspiracies, but rather giving you insight into an ongoing criminal case near the Washington, D.C. area. This is what we know so far about the shopping cart killer and his 4 potential victims. Welcome to the Crafty Cryptid, a channel dedicated to the eerie, the chilling, and the mysterious. If you enjoy this type of content, click subscribe and ding the notification bell. Today's topic is very sensitive and currently ongoing, so please remain respectful in the comments below. Cheyenne Brown was only 29 when she went missing on September 30th of 2021. A mother to a 7-year-old boy, Cheyenne was well loved and cherished by many. She was also 4 months pregnant. When she went missing, police had very few leads until her body turned up on November 23rd of 2021. A second victim was also found with Cheyenne, but the female has not been identified as of the research being completed for this video. I wish I could give a name to this second victim, but unfortunately I cannot. These 2 women and Cheyenne's unborn child appeared to have become victims to a psychopathic serial killer that the police are dubbing the shopping cart killer, but they are not the only ones. Previously, the bodies of Aline Elizabeth Redman, 54 years old, of Harrisonburg, and Tanita Larice Smith, 39 years old, of Charlottesville, were found in an undeveloped lot near Linda Lane in Annandale, Virginia. According to police, Beth and Tanita were found near each other, but their deaths occurred at different times, meaning that the killer used the same dumping ground for both of his victims. This was obviously not a crime of passion. But who could be responsible for the murders of 4 innocent women and an unborn child? 35-year-old Anthony Robinson of Washington, D.C., has been charged with the murders after cell phone records and surveillance footage linked him to the homicides. Investigators found that Anthony would meet women on dating sites and meet up with them after worming his way into their hearts. He would take them to motels and, according to police, performed, quote, unspeakable acts with them just before dealing the final blow. After they were dead, Anthony then relocated their bodies using a shopping cart. Video footage has confirmed this, thus dubbing Anthony Robinson the shopping cart killer. Robinson is currently charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 felony counts of concealing, transporting, or altering a dead body in those 2 homicides, while police continue to gather evidence against him. Because this case is so recent and is currently ongoing, there is not much else known about Robinson or the victims, but investigators fear that these 4 women who fell prey to him are not the first. Strangely enough, Robinson had a squeaky clean criminal record prior to these homicides, and as we all know from watching people like John Wayne Gacy and Ted Bundy, serial killers do not often just start killing randomly. There is often a long history of violent behavior associated with them. Because of this, police are determined that Robinson has other victims that they just have not uncovered yet. Police Chief Kevin Davis is reported to have said he didn't suddenly turn into who he is 3 months ago. That's why we are painstakingly going through his whereabouts, his relationships, and employment history to figure out if, in fact, there are other victims. He preys on the weak, he preys on the vulnerable, and he does unspeakable things with his victims, Davis told reporters. Police said Robinson has addresses in New York, Prince George's County, Maryland, and D.C., and could be responsible for other crimes. We know he's obviously traveled all the way down to Harrisonburg, Davis said. But where else has he been? Where else has he laid his head? Where else has he worked? Who does he know in all of the jurisdictions in between? Unfortunately, we do not currently have answers to these questions. If you have any information about Robinson or the victims, or if you think someone could have been a potential victim of the shopping cart killer, please contact Crime Stoppers at 540-574-5050. The phone number will also be in the description. Thanks for watching, and please be respectful to the victims in the comments below. I can't imagine how much their families are hurting this Christmas. Rest in peace, Cheyenne, Beth, Tanita, and our unknown victim. For all of you watching, hug your loved ones a little tighter, and stay safe, everyone. I'll see you soon, Cryptids.